Hello and welcome to my Hornby Dublo 3-rail layout. As you can see, I'm featuring something a little unusual today. It's not often that we get to see Kobos. It's not often that we get to see 4 of them lined up. I actually have 5 of them, but the 5th one is in pieces. A little bit of background. This layout was built during the COVID lockdowns that occurred in Australia in the last couple of years. It was actually started in 2019, but the major construction went on during the lockdown because what else is there to do? Anyway, it's now, while still a work in progress, it's now a running layout, and I have 4 main lines on the lower level that are Hornby Dublo tin plate track. I have a 5th line on the outside that is Atlas track with a 3rd rail laid down the centre, and that can also run 2-rail locomotives, of which I have a few. I do convert from 2-rail to 3-rail, but there are some locomotives that you just don't want to mess with, and so they can run on that. So today anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to put the Kobos running, and as you can see they're hauling freight, each one of them. A little bit of background on these. The prototype was a British Rail Class 28, a Type 2, produced in 1958-59. It was rated at about 1200 horsepower. It had an unusual wheel arrangement, a 4-wheel bogie and a 6-wheel bogie, hence Kobo. And they weren't a great success. They were considered to be slightly cosmetically challenged, although there's a very famous painting of one of these which went on to feature on the Triang Hornby catalogue for 1972, the 18th edition. These were not a popular model. Most people wonder what possessed Hornby Dublo to model these. I'm kind of pleased that they did, because these have grown on me. I've really come to like them. As you can tell, I've got 5 of them. It would be possible to model the whole class. There was only 20 in the class, and so I'm a 5th of the way there. Now, just excuse that extraneous noise. I'm filming with my garage door open, and although I live in a quiet street, a car just went by. Mind you, that noise is nothing compared to when these things get going. So these were an unpopular model. They came out in '61, so they're about the same age as me. In their last year of, I was going to say production, but I don't even know if they were produced in '64. The sales in '64, according to Michael Foster, who's the source of so much good information on everything to do with Dublo, his figure is about 130 sales. And here goes the car again. Sorry, this is beyond my editing skills. Hopefully it should be quiet from now on, or once these things get running, they'll drown out anything. So all of these have been resuscitated from various forms of disrepair over the years. I quite like doing that. You can see that they're, even at this distance, you can see that they're play worn. 3 of them have all of their original parts, and the 4th one, which is hauling the rake of 4-wheeled tanker wagons, has a neo-magnet, and this is where I get to show you my party trick. If this thing gets too close to some tin plate wagons, this is what happens. How about that? No doubting the strength of that magnet. So we have to be a little careful about where we park things in proximity to that. Okay, what other things are there? The yellow headboard on the one on the right This was a proposal by Hornby Dublo. I don't think they ever did it, or I haven't found any information to suggest that they actually got around to doing this. But and this is obviously, well, once you get a bit closer to this one, you'll see that it's quite obviously been done post-purchase. The layout itself, as I said, it's got 4 main lines on the lower level. It's got an upper level, which is 1 circuit with 2 reversing loops, and nearly all of the points on this layout are electric. The controls, I can get my hand into the shot. The controls are off in that direction, and right by the controls there are a couple of manual points. But the layout's 4 meters by 2 meters, and it's just too big for someone to go running around flicking points left, right and centre. I do have some semaphore signals on the line. They're hooked up to electric points. They're the wrong signals. They should all be home signals, but home signals seem to be harder to find, and those that I do find are sometimes not in good condition. So I've got some semaphore junction signals. They're distant, but they do the job, and they let me know whether points are open or not. Sorry, another car just went by. Anyway, let's stop with the narration and maybe put a few of these things going. So there we are. Now there are just a couple of other things to maybe point out. It's not often that you get to see a rake of the ICI caustic liquor wagons. I have 4 of those. I started a buying program 4 years ago, and I buy myself one a year, so it's coming up time when I should maybe start thinking about buying some more. The blue tops that you can see just here are actually non-Hornby Dublo items. These are Tricks, and they're the Tricks grain wagons. These ones are for Crawford's Whiskey, and those of you who know anything about the names available for Hornby Dublo stations and signal boxes would recognise that that's one of the names available, and I thought that that was a nice touch. There are also personal reasons for that, which I'll bore you with one day. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you found it fun and interesting, and I may invest in some, shall we say, better camera equipment. This is currently propped up. It's an iPad propped up by my power drill, and we'll see if we can improve the cinematography. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.